Feels like we haven't played for a year. Feels like we're preparing for a season opener. It's been so long. But we've had a real good week. Real good week last week, and we've been real sharp Saturday. We were off Sunday. Real sharp yesterday. And today we start more game prep for Clemson. For the past, whatever it's been, 7 days, everything has been kind of keep our minds in tune with what we do, keep our cardiovascularly, stay in shape. A lot of repetition, but very low stress with obvious reasons with finals going on. But we ramped it up Saturday. Guys are great. Ramped it up yesterday. They were great. And today we start more game prep.
Frank, just what you've seen from Clemson on TV or in early film, it's one of Brad's defenses. What do they do that makes it so hard to crack?
They got old guys. They got guys that have been in his system. Think about our team a year from now. Think about the improvements we've made from this time last year to this time this year, individually and as a team. He's got a year head start on me.
Frank, you talked a lot about MarcusStroman and about how he's developed right away. Just what have you been the most impressed with, and has there been anything you've been surprised with since he's come in and played pretty well?
Yeah, Dave, I haven't heard anyone ask me, because everyone always asks me why I'm so all the time. I haven't heard anyone ask me, Frank, why don't you get angry at Marcus? Why don't anyone ever ask me that question?
I didn't notice that.
That's, because when I get mad at somebody, everybody wants to write and report it. But when I don't get mad at somebody, nobody says, wow, I wonder why that is. Marcus used to come to our practices last year, and he'd sit behind the bench at practice. And he'd come to games, and he'd sit behind the bench. And he was in tune. He understands our offense better than some guys that played last year. That's how important what we do is to him. He's making mistakes because he's a freshman, and most of them are on the defensive end of the floor. But he's been prepared to understand responsibility. He's been prepared to understand team basketball. And that's why he's been able to have the success that he's had from day one here. He gives Ty Johnson everything Ty wants every single day in practice. And when a freshman does that to a senior, that's pretty good. And Marcus understands coaching. Marcus understands strategy. And then Marcus, he's got that gene that not the size 44s I wear, but he's got that gene that he cares, and he cares about winning.
Marcus, Coach has been very complimentary of your early play. How do you think that you've developed over these first few games?
I think I developed good. Just staying focused and not trying to get in a big head, just doing what he asked me to do.
You come in and play valuable minutes right off the bat this season. Is this kind of the role that you envision going into the start of the season, your freshman year?
Coming in, I think I was going to play, but I didn't think I'd play like this much minutes, so it's pretty impressive.
Marcus, being a local guy, how excited are you about your first draw in a Clemson game?
I'm very excited because growing up, I always watch it and I want to be a part of it, so it's very exciting.
Marcus, was there a moment in practice or at some point when you realized you were going to play maybe a larger role than perhaps you had envisioned coming in?
In practice, because me and Ty always go at it, so I always think I was going to be the backup point guard, so yeah, I envision about playing time.
Marcus, when you get out there, what have you learned from guys like Ty and Dwayne from playing with them this summer and then practicing with them right before the season?
I learned a lot from they always told me to go hard and in practice, don't take nothing for granted because you can take away from you. So just go hard each and every day you out on the court.
It's been a long time since your last game. How have you guys kept up, the energy in practice? Has there been any drop-off at all while you wait for this next game?
No, there's been no drop-off because everybody is still focused on goal at hand and we continue to get better each and every day.
Marcus, you mentioned that you grew up watching USC and Clemson games. Who were some of the players that you remember in some of the games that stand out?
I remember seeing the game with Bruce Ellington hitting the game winner, And of course, watching Devin Downey play Clemson too.